to fusion, jazz, disco. We used to go to a lot of fusion and jazz clubs and disco clubs, i.e. Rotters, which you didn't really want to hear, did you? But never mind.
Berlin's
was the one. Legends.
Berlin's. Everything about it.
Legends.
Everything about it.
Yeah, that was the one.
In town, a club called Legends, with the DJ was called Greg Wilson at the time. It's called Fifth Avenue now. I don't know what sort of music it plays now, but it's a whole different scene. But that's for us. That was almost like the Broken Glass bass show. It was a showcase. So everything that we've been practicing all week was showcased there. If it was in the form of challenging an open crews or just showing off with that amongst ourselves, you know what I mean? There were open crews in Manchester that would be challenging, and it was one of those clubs where, because there was a black music scene, it was quite limited, so people from all over would come from everywhere. So you have people from Birmingham, so people who saw us would go back talking about us, and eventually have crews from different places.
Yeah, Birmingham coming down, Leeds, London, all over the place, come down to challenge the Broken Glass, and we defended that to the fullest. This is our turf. You can't come in our turf and take our things. There's no way. Dancing on the streets. We started doing street dancing as well. Piccadilly, Wigan.
Yeah, Wigan Pier.
Yeah, Wigan. That was a good one. Jeez, where is it now? Gallery. We were started dancing in the gallery as well. Yeah, that's in the gallery. That was small.
So this is the Hacienda. This is where when Greg first took us to doing a gig here. This was like an alternative club, sort of like Smiths and people into goths and the new romantics. So it was almost like the extreme scene to us, you know what I mean, musically and artistically and everything. So when he wanted us to come here, we were sort of a bit reluctant until they point out the fact that, you know, like sort of like the clubs that we are doing, like Wigan Pier and Legends and Gallery, which was a black club scene. Everybody sort of like heard of us and we sort of like wowed the floor. So he was sort of like, I don't know if he suggested or someone else said, that because this is like a fresh thing that we're doing and these people haven't seen it before, it'll blow them away. Which pretty much changed everybody's attitude, I think, because everybody thought, yeah. Well, I'm going to try this move when we get there, I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? So we went into the Hacienda knowing that it's an alternative club and we might not be liked because we're sort of blacks from the ghetto and we're coming into this sort of scene, you know what I mean? But that changed from that point where we sort of like, wait till see what we do. And so we went in there with that intention and that enthusiasm, you might say. And we just blew the place away, do you know what I mean? Because as soon as we started, I think they kind of appreciated it as well, because you got to remember this is sort of the early 80s and the alternative scene was still fairly new.
We did have some really good nights. We had Houdini came and played. That was a great night. Nutriments, who were British, they did the first British electro track called London Bridge is Falling Down. And they came down. That night was when Broken Glass really came of age, because they were in the audience, and Nutriments had brought a couple of breakdancers or with poppers coming with them, and they come with an attitude of, we're going to show you something here, you haven't seen this before. They didn't realise what was going on in Manchester at the time. And you know, it ended up with a challenge between them and the Broken Glass guys, and nobody was even bothered watching Nutriments anymore. Everyone was watching what was going on there. And I think Broken Glass were loved at the Hacienda. I think that they had a lot to do with giving the club a credibility from the black side of things. I used to also do the Saturday night for an hour to acclimatise the normal Hacienda audience, the type of music I was playing. And even though a lot of them weren't into it, Broken Glass came and danced on the stage during my spot.
So it sort of gelled, and then from then on, I think once we started getting regulars, Greg got a regular spot there, and we started coming down on a regular night. And I think that's what helped develop the dance scene, because we had the very first breakdance competition was there, and I'm sure Tony Wilson was there as well. So I think maybe people like him, and who had more influence in the running of the place, saw the potential of what could go on, do you know what I mean? So from then on, the dancing sort of grew. I mean, and now you had things like Factory Labels, Happy Mondays, you had all that sort of scene. And then
funny thing about that was, it's like there was a lot of people that were like really, really smooth soul heads. Was it soul? Right, and they were like really, really cool. Do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you've got this group of guys come down with bags on the back. And then we've got
ready to sweat.
Bag full of tracksuits and everything. And everybody's out for a nice night. And then all of a sudden, boom. But the thing that I really, really respected about that is that everybody just stopped to check out what you were about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's it. They really liked it.
Me, personally, I just jumped in there head first, literally.
Slam!
Literally. And from then, get on your head, mate. You know what I mean?
Not me, I was
Every
body
time.
popping.
Yeah, and he was a good popper too.
Oh, damn.
He was damn smooth. He was smooth.
For me, it's like we did this TV show called The Tube, and I remember it was in the changing room, and there was a cubicle off, and there was some woman behind there. I didn't really know much about her. One of the guys said, "Oh, go and ask that woman for a light round there." Do you know what I mean? So I went round, and I think somebody even mentioned, "Oh, that's Madonna," and we sort of laughed it off because when we heard the track Holiday, that was in a sort of black clubs, and we assumed it was a black person singing it because there was no pictures of her on the records at that time when that first came out. So it was we was very dismissive. So I just went up to her and sort of asked her for a light, and she sort of went, "Do I look like I get a light?" Whoops! I left it out there, and I thought, "Oh, never mind. You'd just be a one-hit wonder anyway." Do you know what I mean? Because I left it out. How wrong I was there. Because that woman turned out to be Madonna. Do you know what I mean? Singing Holiday.
And also seeing Broken Glasses in the Jam back at Stretford, you know, at Badley Hall, seeing Broken Glass down at there's so many numerous clubs that I can hardly remember, but Legends would have been one of them. They were ghetto heroes, so anybody who wanted to join that group wanted to kind of join in and feel part of that kudos that Broken Glass had.
For me though, it was phenomenal because I used to get sort of like a big response of people. I couldn't even walk down the street at one time without people.
He used to walk on the street. I mean, not walk on the street. I mean, walk onto the floor, and people used to go, "Whoa, whoa!" It's like, I fear him.
Yeah, I used to
stuff.
walk down the street, and people used to come up to me. It's like people I didn't even know and say, "You're Raymond Campbell." I was like, "Who are you?" I was like, "Oh, can you do this?" And I'm like, "All right, then can you do this?" So it's sort of like it was good because I got quite a bit of recognition back then. I was kind of shocked really because I was classed as good, but I never thought I was classed as that good.
Do you know what I think it comes down to? I think we were famous.
When you said before about people influence and stuff, after Rocksteady Crew, Broken Glass, they were the first big crew on the Manchester scene, perhaps on the British scene, one of the first, perhaps you in London All Stars, But certainly Manchester, Broken Glass were well established by the time I got going, and then I joined Street Machine, and then we had a couple of challenges, didn't we? Broken Glass and Street Machine.
I'm telling you, man, all the crews we've challenged in England, despite Rock City Crew from Nottingham and Street Machine were probably...
Mate, when you say we give you the most trouble, did we not give you a whooping one time?
No. I'll cut the camera. Let's turn off the camera, stop recording.
Is it giving you a bit of trouble an understatement, mate? The
final winners were Street Machine in the breakdancing section and Dave the Wave for Body Popper.
Manchester's #1 body popper in 1985, which wasn't bad for the white guy from Liverpool.
No, I'm saying we challenged 3 times, you whooped us twice, and we got you once, so we at least came.
We got us up the Tropicana when we weren't ready. We just come back off tour. Tired, jet lagged.
On your knees. You were going around the country at that time, weren't you? All the same tracksuits on, making too much money, selling out, weren't you? You came back and got walked by some authentic lads.